today this thing arrived. It's like completely unexpected. I mean, I ordered it on Saturday, which was like the day before yesterday. And then of course, you know, Sunday, nothing happens. And then like bright and early Monday morning, I was like, what the freak? Is a couple of friends and I were joking on Discord saying, you know, it was delivered by like a series of ninjas. Anyway, I already have a WEP soldering iron. Actually, this is both a rework station and a soldering iron in one, which is fantastic. Less space, less desk space used. So this one is a WEP 952T Plus. And the other one which I have is a WEP 942. So yeah, that's the other one that's the older one which I really like. It's the ceramic one. I don't think this one's a ceramic one, which is a bit disappointing. Now I'm new to surface mount soldering or desoldering or anything like this, so this kind of like I've thrown myself right in the deep end, and I thought, okay, if I'm gonna do it, let's just go whole hog and just freaking do it. I think that's for the rework nozzle, the air blower, hot air blower nozzle. There is a oh, I think I will keep the blue one, which I've already got. I'll replace the freaking sponge, but the blue one is nice because it's blue, not light blue. Now these are the nozzles for the air gun, the air thing, and these are the tips for the soldering iron itself, which is fantastic. You get an entire set of tips, and I'm loving this this afternoon sunshine. Adore that. Okay, that's the stand for the hot air gun thing. This is the element for the soldering iron itself. Again, it's not ceramic, and I'm wondering if I can, you know, put the 942 iron, connect that into here instead of this one, because I really like that 942 iron. Here, okay, this is a hot air nozzle thing happening. This is the soldering iron itself. Take these out. All of them. Every single thing. I don't want any of these freaking this. Threw it on top of myself. The freak is one of these? Wi-Fi aerial. The Wi-Fi antenna, I mean. No, it's not. I know it's not. It's gonna be something. Okay, come on. Okay, this is the actual unit itself. I need Moon Knife. I need the help of Moon Knife for this. Oh my god, look at this! It looks and feels just like an old 80s vintage hi-fi system that's silver, and oh, it's got that blue. I really like this. It literally does just have the same feel. Here, let me freaking show you. There, look at that. It looks and feels just like it. And while we're here, let's have another quick look at my Amiga 1200, the nice blue metallic one. Because I'm still to this day trying to capture the right color on camera, but the camera just doesn't want to capture it. Except in that one photograph I got it right. Right, Maddie, calm down, have a tea. I'm calm now. Okay, now first things first, I have a curiosity, and that is, will I be able to use this WEP 942 soldering iron with this? And that is because it is ceramic, and this one probably isn't. This one is ceramic, and this one is not. Though I wonder if you can, you know, swap the elements at all. That is the element there. You have to, ironically, you have to solder it and desolder it. Okay, so it has, let's have a look. Let's look at this one. I mean, I wouldn't know what is for what. Or wires for what, to be honest. Now the ceramic one here, it seems like it has more connections and more to actually solder on, so I don't think these two are compatible with each other. For those of you who wish to know, that's what it looks like on one side, and that's what it looks like on the other side. Now let's look at the plugs. If the plugs are compatible with one another. And they are completely freaking not. That is the ceramic one, the one which I like, the one which my old one. and this is the new one here. So you can see the holes are bigger in the new one, and the ceramic one has extra holes. So even the holes are numbered. I'm not sure what the extra number 6 is for. If anyone knows about these, then do let me know about this, just because I'm just curious about it. So yeah, there's no way of using, as far as I know, there's no way of using this nice ceramic one with, oh, that is good. I added that nice Mediterranean honey to this one, and oh, it's gorgeous. First things first, let's get the meter out and onto continuity. Finally learning how to say that word. Right, let's plug this in. And what I'm testing for here is continuity. It's hard to say still. Continuity with ground. So, earth. Why no earth onto the case? But this earth onto the soldering iron. Case should be earth. Screw is earth. Okay. That screw is earth too. Is the case conductive? Case not conductive. This is not plastic. Unless it's got a coating on it. This feels like metal. This is metal. Why is it not conductive? Yes, it's conductive. See, I told you it was metal. It's just got a coating on it, doesn't it? Yes, it's got a coating on it. Let's have another go. Test and test. Wow. So the casing is not even connected to ground. Oh, is it now? It's just got a weird coating on it. Okay, so at the top, I just slightly, very slightly scratched where you cannot see. And yeah, that made a connection. So that's good. This is earthed. These are earthed. That's earthed. Earth. Okay, credit where it's due. I would like to say thank you to FLDominator, who on my Discord channel actually, you know, guided me through the buying process of all this. He, because I don't have experience about surface mount soldering, he does, so he just showed me exactly what to buy. Those of you who are long-term subscribers of mine will know that I have been shying away from anything SMD, surface mount. So yeah, it's a bit of a, I've literally thrown myself in the deep end over here, which, hey, you know, might as well. So now the moment of truth, let's have a look inside this thing. Okay, it's actually not as much as I was expecting, to be honest. So, I mean, let's face it, this thing is not that complicated. I mean, not in the sense of what it is. That's the power transformer. This is the pump for the thingy, what you call it, the blower. And this is the control panel for all the, you know, controlling the pump thingy and heater and all sorts. Okay, so I'm not gonna do an EEV blog style, Dave Jones style, you know, teardown of this and freaking, you know, critical analysis and all that stuff. Because, you know, I am not at his level. This is the first time I've got seen an SMD thing in the flesh. Actually, no, that's a lie. At Amiga Ireland, I saw Rob Cranley use one of these. Not this particular one, but, you know, one of these, another kind of similar one. Anyway, as I said, I'm not going to do like Dave Jones type thing, but I can kind of like check here and there. I mean, I know enough to know what's connected right and what isn't. Okay, there's something I noticed straight away. Okay, hold on, let me show you. You notice it there? That is not good. You can see that. This is, you can see the freaking bare wire there. Okay, everything else seems to be fine. Transformer wire, there's no bare wire there. The pump is fine, the casing is grounded, everything here is good. Switch, fuse, that's good. Somebody was complaining about the fuse being, you know, dislodged and out and stuff. It must have been bad transit. This one is fine. Yeah, everything seems good. So let's just put it back together and test it out. But one thing I know about WEP is that WEP is supposed to be a Hako clone, and I know Hako are good, and WEP is supposed to be a good Hako clone. What the freak, I'm going the wrong way around. So let's screw the holder in here now. And you can, there's a choice of screwing it on either this side or the other side, which is good. It's got holes on each side of the holder and holes on each side of the unit itself. Okay, seems like the element and everything is already inside. The other element is just a spare. I'm so bad for this. I don't even look at the instructions. I'm just like filming it as I go. Because it's like how to put the heaters in, how to do stuff, which I've mostly already done by just messing around with it. Okay, let's plug the soldering iron in. And I think because this has analog controls, it's much easier to control, you know, very quickly the temperature up and down, as opposed to my other WEP 942. As you can see, the WEP 942 has these digital buttons, which, to be honest, I prefer the analog to the digital. It's just me. I prefer it. I can just use the same stand. Perfect. Just a shame about this. I really like this iron. You know, it's ceramic one. Let's see if I can get a ceramic heater for this, the heating element. And so we don't necessarily need this. However, I will pinch the sponge from it because these freaking ridiculous small tiddly sponges are just useless. But I'm starting to use this a bit more. This gauze thing, this wire wool sort of thing. However, I still feel that you do need a sponge a little bit, you know, still, because it doesn't. I mean, it's good, but it's not. The sponge actually washes the tip, which is sometimes you need to do that. So I don't think that would eliminate the use of a sponge fully. Where's Moon Knife going? Because I need. Because that is plugged in, switched on. We will switch it on from the back here. This power switch. Cool. There is a Celsius and Fahrenheit switch here, so you can switch between whatever you use. I use Celsius or centigrade. And of course there is your soldering iron temperature here. Ooh. Okay, soldering iron temperature here. There is the air set. I'm figuring that's the amount of air that's coming through. Here's the heater for the air, the temperature for the air. Fantastic. Now let's switch this on and see what happens. That is the soldering iron, I'm figuring. So, yeah. So soldering iron temperature goes, whoa, 480. Fantastic. That is a nice display. I love this thing. It's like digital analog at the same time. It's perfect. And it's so easy to turn the temperature up and down. It's fantastic. So let's kind of like, you know, set it up to 330, let's say. And that's, yeah, that's climbing up there. So let's get some solder and test, since it's reached that temperature pretty quickly. Okay. Fantastic. I like this already. Right, I do not have a fancy multimeter with a temperature sensor. I really wish I had one of the expensive Fluke ones, but I just cannot justify spending money on that. I mean, I do have a Fluke multimeter, but it doesn't have, you know, any of the fancy things. It's quite an old one. And yeah, I mean, it does everything that I need it to most of the time. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not going to spend like, you know, 300 on a hugely expensive Fluke one, even though I'd love to get it. I know what my dream multimeter is. Just turn the power of the air on. Ooh. I decided to not put the microphone on the desk to help your poor ears and brains from the sound of the vibrations of this thing, because I can feel it in the floor. It's vibrating that much. Let's kind of hold this. Whoa. This is freaking rattly. I need to put a rubber mat underneath this, because it's really kind of, you know, to absorb the freaking vibrations, because this seriously freaking vibrates. Right, okay, for now I found this non-slip grip mat, which is, I mean, it's very thin. It's the sort of stuff you put under rugs so they don't slide around. If you're putting a rug on your laminate flooring. And yeah, it stops it from slipping around. I mean, it's not thick enough. What I would highly recommend more than this is a car mat. Those rubber car mats. What the freak? That is some serious vibrations. Right, okay. Desoldering station is laid out. Then set the pump at the bottom of the chassis. Transportation screws removed, otherwise the machine will issue a strong vibration or noise. This is clearly being translated. Will affect the machine overall performance. For transportation must be installed a screw to prevent vibration during transportation. Okay, that's probably what the freak it is. It's underneath, right? Hello! Let's go look who these two are then. Transportation screws. And before use, please pay attention. Attention paying. Nothing's happening. Right. Please release the bottom. Okay. In other words, just remove these freaking screws. Now let's turn it up. Oh, that is so much better. And I can still feel air coming out of here, just that minimal, right? Okay. Oh, that is so much better! Let's cover them, let's put a nozzle in it. Just need one bolt and one nut. So different kind of nozzles here. Fine ones, thick ones, big ones, square ones, round ones. Okay, so let's put this in here. Load through there. That's getting freaking warm. Hot, I mean. And of course the nut here. And let's set the temperature to around 350. It's fine. And once you let it go, it will start measuring the actual temperature. So melt this now. Yay! It melts. Fantastic! That's so much fun! But I'm not gonna keep doing that! When we turn it off, it has an auto cool thing. And once it's like fully cool, it takes a little while. But of course it's normal. And that's it. It automatically shuts down once it's cold enough. And you know what? I'm really happy with this. Even the soldering iron part of it, it's just fantastic. You know, switch the soldering iron off. Switch both of them off and yeah, it will just keep flashing like that until you switch it off from the power at the back of the, thing itself. Okay, one thing which I just realized that I don't know is this mystery part here. It's like this rod thing with like a little wiry thing inside. I'm not sure what the freak that's for. There's a screw in there also. What is that for? The instruction manuals don't even mention anything like this. And now the gorgeous WEP dude lives here. I don't know, do I call him WEP dude now? Whatever he's called now, there he is. Now that he's there, there is no need for my the WEP one here, which I have the soldering iron, which I've always had. Actually, I love it. It's like an emotional attachment to this. So this is still going to be like a spare or a second iron. And also, I do not need this this heat gun here, which I always used to use for the heat shrink tubing. I can just now use that, which is perfect. Two in one thing. So it's less two things less on my desk. Thanks for your likes, your shares. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos and do subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon. For now, I will say adios. For the generous donations, I would like to say a big thank you to my patrons in alphabetical order.
Alhand, Albert Hartman, Alex, Andrea, Anthony Proctor, Austin Pryor, FLDominator, Boris Matshin, Brad Hansen, Cameron Armstrong, Carrie S. Turner, Caston Lervat, Casual Commodore, Counting Virtual Sheep, Dave Rowland, Egon Olsen, Electronscape UK, Eric Andre, Espen Galbeck, Frat M, Gav Messingham, Jeff Major, Glenn Murek, Hazemaker, James Burr, James Harry, Jan Bida, Jason Cadaver, Jeffrey T. Burt, Jim Leonard, Just 80, Yuka Iso Hatala, Mats Truest, Marie Engstrom, Marco Morin, Mark McDonald, Matt Shepkar, Matthew Simpson, Matti Immonen, Mickey Holm, Mixtress Rai, Obraxis, Patrick Ekman, Paul Delta, Paul Maskelene, Peter Lingback, Blair Valley, Rancy, Restless.com, Ruben Barnett, Risky Flyer, Robert Minnis, Rob Utley, Rufi Augustine, Roy Gelotti, Rutger Stiedel, Sigurdur Finson, Sophie Leroy, Steve Jones, Stuart Evans, The Deeply Cynical, Thomas Brezina, Thomas Mueller, Tina Stomcaller, and Wayne Marsh. If you wish to support me on Patreon, the link is in the description below, as well as links to my Patreon's website or YouTube channels.